Hi guys, it is 4 o'clock in the morning. I am just getting off work about an hour and a half ago, but I did want to get this video out, and this video is about should you be friends with your ex if you're in a relationship. Now, I did go to my Facebook page and ask my Facebook friends about this because this can be viewed in a lot of different ways. You can have a lot of different opinions on this particular topic. Personally, I don't think you should be friends with your ex. A lot of times, if you are still holding on to your ex and you are talking to him every day, you're texting, you're emailing, you're meeting up, you're being very social and active with each other, then it's something that is still going on in that relationship. It's not ended. It has not been completed. And if you are in a new relationship, I don't think the person that you are in a new relationship with will be very fond of the fact that you are still so much involved with your ex. Now, granted, a lot of relationships do not end badly. People, once they mature in life, if it's not working, then it's not working, and they mutually agree to move on. So if you see them in the grocery store, or if you're still following them on social media and something good happens in their life, there's nothing wrong with clicking like or congratulations, or like I said, you see them in the grocery store, nothing wrong with speaking, but that's where it should end. It shouldn't be, phone calls and text messages and emails and discussing your now relationship with your ex. Because I just always feel that if you're doing that, then it's motive behind that, and people will say, "Oh no, we're friends and we're close," and it doesn't, it's not a big deal. It is a big deal because I'm almost certain if you asked your significant other, the one that you're with now, how they feel about you being so close with your ex, they're not gonna like it. They're gonna be uncomfortable with it. Some may even be insecure about it, and with good reason. You know, when you end a relationship, it ended for a reason. It, it just did. It ended for a reason. So for you guys to still be so close in contact, and especially if you have no kids, nothing really in common still holding you guys together for life, it's inappropriate. Now, even if you do have children with this person, that's one thing that's understandable. Now, if you're going to be in a relationship with somebody and you have kids with your ex, then of course, there's a certain amount of understanding that should come along with that. You have to be cordial with your kids' mom or dad. You have to be that way because it's what's best for the kids. But if you're just basically going off, we have history, so that's the past. History is the past. That's why it's called history. It's over. It's not meant to drag on. It's not meant to be. We can talk. We can go out to eat. We can text. We can email. We can do all of this. And everything is cool. Because somebody has unfinished business, whether it be you or your ex. If they're still calling you and texting you and messaging you, it's for a reason. It could be out of loneliness. Maybe they want you back. Maybe they feel like you guys didn't get the right closure. Whatever it is that they feel, it's a reason. And it is inappropriate. Period. And if you are in a situation where your boyfriend or girlfriend is so close with their ex, especially when they have no kids together, nothing really kind of, holding them together, where they have to communicate, then that's a problem. And that would be something that I would be questioning. Like if I'm in a relationship and I had a boyfriend or whatever, and he is like super close with his ex to the point where like she's texting him good nights and I walk into the room, they're on the phone, they're having a conversation, or even if he's doing it secretly, sending emails or whatever, it would make me wonder what's really going on. Do you guys have unfinished business? Like, what's going on? Y'all still want each other? It's got to be something still holding you there. Because when you walk out of one relationship and into another, that past relationship is over. You don't bring any of that into your new relationship. You don't start your new relationship off making them feel doubtful, or making them feel like just unsettled about the fact that you are so close with your ex. Because if you are so close with your ex, then any person would think, be it if they were jealous or not, it would cross their mind that something's not right. Something's not right at all. Something's going on. People say, oh, no, nothing's going on. We're just friends. Like, don't trip, we're just friends. Bull. That's bullshit. Because, like I said, somebody has a motive. Somebody wants something more out of the deal. I'm not going to be dealing with my ex and calling my ex and talking to him on the phone and, just reminiscing. Because, like, what else could you guys possibly talk about? Are you going to talk about what's going on in your life now? Are you going to discuss what's going on in your relationship? If you are, both of those things are inappropriate. Because if you want to share when you have problems, when you have issues, when you have any of that, and the first person you think to call is your ex, instead of talking to your present boyfriend or girlfriend, that's an issue. It's a huge issue. So, in a nutshell, I just don't think that you should be friends with your ex. Now, if you guys feel differently, feel free to chime in. And like I said, being cordial is one thing. If our relationship did not end badly, I have no issue with being nice to you when I see you. But daily phone calls, text messages, emails, no. I'm not going to make my present boyfriend, my future boyfriend, feel uncomfortable so I can still have a ongoing relationship with my ex. Because he's my ex for a reason. Your ex is your ex for a reason. So, and if you feel like you want to be back with your ex, then you need to end your present relationship, because it's unfair. It's unfair to start off a new relationship still holding on to past relationships, still holding on to past hurt, past feelings, love, whatever it is that you may have for your ex in your past. It's inappropriate to do it when you call yourself being in a new relationship with somebody else. Point blank period. You cannot do that. And if you feel like you have not completely gotten over your relationship that you have now, gotten over your past relationship, then you don't need to be in a relationship with a new person. Because those are called rebounds. And they never work out. You're like, oh, I stayed with my rebound. No, that's not true. Because I broke up with somebody and we've been together. I've been together with my other friend for long. Yeah, it's still a rebound. And sad to say, it's not going to end, because it's not going to last, because right now you're just compensating. You compensating for whatever you feel like you didn't get in your last relationship. So, being besties with your ex, no. Don't believe me? Ask your spouse and see what they say. And if they're completely okay with you just being so comfortable and friendly and just keeping in touch daily, weekly, whatever with your ex, then go for it. But I can almost guarantee you they're going to be like, why would you need to? I'm your friend. I'm the person you can talk to. I'm the one you can lean on. Why would you go back and do that with your ex? Why? If you couldn't do that when you was with them, why are you doing it now? Like I said, just my opinion. If you guys want to chime in on this conversation, you have an opinion about, being friends with your ex and all of that stuff, let me know. Speak to me, talk to me. I'm going to put this on my YouTube and my Facebook page, so feel free to chime in. I'm going to bed, and this video is coming up on almost 11 minutes. So, yeah, I'm going to bed. I got breakfast in the morning and work all day. I'll see you guys probably Sunday night. I'll do another video. Bye. Have a good night. Be safe.